So this is the last of the Lord of the Rings Minimates that I have. So let's get started. This is Elrond, who, as you can see, comes in different packaging than the regular waves. He comes in something similar to the Army Builders from Marvel, you know, Halo, Battlestar Galactica, all that. Elrond was an AFX exclusive, Action Figure Express. So yeah. So I'll just go over the box real quick. You just got Minimates written up there. Elrond, which looks pretty cool. Got a cool picture of the figure in some little display kind of thing. Just says the Lord of the Rings, ages 4 and up, Art Asylum, bottom, play along, all that stuff. Jack's Pacific, some legal stuff, all that. On the back, the Lord of the Rings Minimates. America Online keyword, Lord of the Rings. The Ultimate Mini Collectible. Just a warning. And just Elrond exclusive edition Minimate. And then on the side here you got another cool picture of Elrond. And you got one ring to rule them all, one ring to find them, one ring to bring them all, and in the darkness bind them. And Elrond again. And then 2.5-inch minifigure, 14 points of articulation, Elrond, elven armor, cape, sword, and scabbard. So that's pretty cool, gives you a little description of what you'll be getting. And a cool little emblem there. Unlike the other Lord of the Ring Minimates, I'll not feel as bad taking him out of the packaging, because I have a feeling I'll be able to put him back in. Packaging opens up pretty much like all the other Army Builders. He just comes right out. Packaging is also almost exactly the same as the Army Builders. Alright, so now we have Elrond out of the packaging. So first I will talk about his face. I'm not getting much Hugo weaving from this. Especially not from the sides. I'm not really getting too great of a Hugo weaving vibe, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's not that big a deal because at least you know who the character's supposed to be. So it's kind of forgiven in that right. While the likeness isn't so great, I think the eyes look very good. If there is one part about the figure that could be a little Hugo Weaving-ish, it's the eyes and the eyebrows. Like, I will cover up the rest of his face, and his eyes and eyebrows do actually look quite a bit like Hugo Weaving's. But I'm sure we'll get a better likeness with the Captain America Minimates if they do like a civilian Red Skull or something like that. So he is wearing a hairpiece that has long hair. It drapes down over his shoulders. Let's turn him a bit. You've got these pointy ears, because, you know, he's elven. And then in the back, he's got the rest of his hair done up in a ponytail, which is pretty cool. Not many ponytails on Minimates that I've seen. So yeah. Again, the other side has a pointed ear, which is a nice touch. So these Minimates were done before there were you know, peg holes and everything. So you can't really swap parts or anything because he doesn't have a peg anywhere, not in the hair, not on his head. I always had a problem with the older Minimates. Like before, I don't know when they started getting like really good, but back when they didn't do the pegs and stuff, the hairs would always fall off, and they wouldn't be put together as well. But this is a really good figure. The hair is staying on very well, and I don't see it falling apart anytime soon. Alright, so he is wearing this really distinctive armor, or just shirt. I did a little research, and I found on Minimates Central that they said that this was based on his look kind of in the prologue when he was fighting Sauron and stuff like that. So yeah. There were two other figures released from the prologue type scene, and they were two elven warriors. So yeah, they had similar clothing to this. So since this was back when Minimates were a little more simplistic, the detailing isn't as great. It's just kind of just a couple lines and colors. Although it does work very well because the minimalistic detailing does actually work very well for these figures. So the shirt, you know, isn't the most detailed thing in the world. Yeah. I do like his cape a lot. His arms are very well detailed. Very cool. He's got these shoulder pads. One side is blue because I suppose it's carrying over from the cape. Then the other side is gold to match the kind of armor on his chest. You got some more armor there. Yeah. Luckily, the pads are rubber, and they do not hinder his articulation, which is very, very good. Yeah, as I said, I like his cape. It doesn't move or anything, just like most Minimate capes. It's not really in a any action pose either, which is again very, very good. I don't like when capes are kind of looking like there's wind blowing or something like that. It always kind of takes away from the look of it. So down here, he has a kind of skirt on. Now this skirt is actually something very unique that I personally haven't seen on Minimates that have these skirt pieces. And I'll get to that when, just a little bit later. I'll get to that when I talk about articulation, because now I'm just going over the look. So he's got more gold on him. Very nice, simplistic detail. Again, the simplistic detail of the Lord of the Rings Minimates really works well. Got some gray there, some green. I really like the green. It's very bright, very eye-catching. So yeah, carries over well. It is on the the back of the figure too. It's just covered by the cape. Got, you know, stuff there, everything like that. The figure is wearing a belt. Not much detailing on it, but as you can see, there's a hole there for the scabbard to go in, which I will get to when I talk about accessories. So Elrond comes with 2 accessories, actually technically 3. But here is the first one, his sword. It is very distinct, kind of curved, and it's got a long blade. It kind of resembles a sickle, which is pretty cool. The hilt is also pretty unique. Got nice gold detailing there for lines, really cool. Again, very simplistic, but it works. Elrond is able to hold it very well in his hands. Yeah, it fits pretty much perfectly right in there. It doesn't like require, you know, any really hard work to get it in there. It just slides right in, and it looks very, very cool. And to hold his sword, Elrond comes with a scabbard. Again, very just simply detailed, very cool. Got a little hole there in the bottom. Why can't I get the bottom? There we go. The bottom got a little hole in it, or a peg in it, to put into the hole in the side of Elrond. The scabbard is going to require a little bit of work to just kind of push on there, because it's just kind of annoying to get on. But once it's on, I have a feeling it's going to stay on quite well, unless you maybe move it or something. Alright, now let's see if I can really hold the sword in the scabbard. Let's see if I can even get it in there. Alright, I think I'm going in the wrong way. Yeah, there you go. It holds it quite well, actually. Wasn't expecting it to hold that nicely. Although, however, holding it, it does protrude quite a bit, and it kind of takes away from the look of the character because it looks kind of ridiculous. So I'm just going to choose to display him with the sword in his hand instead of in the scabbard. And the scabbard looks good on its own. Alright, so as for articulation, he is quite good. He can rotate his head, even though the hair should stop him, but it doesn't. It allows for some pretty good movement, actually. As stated earlier, these do not really hinder his articulation, the pads, but, you know, he moves pretty much like a normal Minimate should. No waist articulation, because of just kind of the cape and the little skirt thing. Now, before I mentioned that there was something pretty unique about the skirt, and I'll talk about that right now. As you can see up here on the belt, there is a little kind of thing that kind of jets in. It's kind of different from the rest of the belt. That is because that is a hinge, and the skirt can move up and down at your choosing. You can see here it lifts up, revealing his legs, so you can give him a bit more articulation and you can pose him in a better position. Say you wanted him kicking something or somebody, you just lift that up and you can move his foot accordingly. It's pretty cool. Very cool indeed. And then you just flip it back down when you want him to stand or whatever. Also, I forgot to mention this in the accessory part. He comes with a stand. Just, you know, peg him in there and he can stand. Alright, well, that was Elrond, and the last of the Lord of the Ring Minimate reviews. Elrond was certainly not the best that I've reviewed, but I definitely do like him. I love the actor, Hugo Weaving, which is mainly why I picked this figure up. I wasn't that big a fan of the character, but yeah, I like the actor, Hugo Weaving. It's got some really unique pieces to it. I really like the sword, I like the skirt, I like the hair. I wish they had worked on the likeness, although it is growing on me the more I look at it. But, yeah, Elrond is definitely a great addition to the Lord of the Rings Minimates. Also, I believe he was the last one ever produced. There was meant to be a third series, but I think that got canceled. And Elrond was the last figure produced and released. Alright, well, thank you for watching my Lord of the Rings Minimate reviews. I had a lot of fun making them. I hope somebody had fun watching them. Yeah, thanks for watching.